Welcome to Chemistry Fundamentals. I am Dr. Rajiv Oberoi. Now, we have been dealing with the law of chemical combinations. We said that if two atoms combine to form a compound, that is, if atom combines to form molecule, this phenomena of combining the atoms to form molecule is termed as chemical combination. The reason it involves the bond formation. So whenever any reactant get converted into product, it would be termed as a chemical combination. Now these chemical combinations is governed by certain laws. So in the previous video I have dealt with the law of conservation of mass. The next law we dealt with was law of constant proportion. So I have already dealt with the numerical problem based on these two laws. Now I come to the law of multiple proportion, the third law in law of chemical combination. Very useful, very important law, law of multiple proportion. Now what this law says? So according to this law, if two element combines to form two or more compound, if two element combines to form two or more compound, then ratio of these element in the compound formed will always be in multiple ratio. The ratio of these element in the compound will always be in multiple ratio, that is, fixed quantity of one element will always combine with the multiple quantity of the other. Fixed quantity of one element will always combine with multiple quantity of the other. So if two element combines to form more than one compound, then ratio of these element in the compound formed will always be in multiple ratio. So just to make it clear, let us take an example. So let us elaborate taking an example. Now suppose if there are two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen. Now hydrogen and oxygen combines to form two compounds. Hydrogen and oxygen combines to form two compound. These are H2O is one compound, H2O2 is the other. Now if I write the percentage of hydrogen and oxygen in one and in the other, it would be, so hydrogen is to oxygen in first case. Hydrogen is to oxygen in first case. Hydrogen, weight of hydrogen is 1 into 2, 2, and atomic weight of oxygen is 16. So it is 2 is to 16 in first case. 2 is to 16. In the second, hydrogen, weight of hydrogen is 1 into 2, 2, and oxygen is 16 into 2, that is 32. So it is 2 is to 16 in one case and 2 is to 32 in the second. 2 is to 16 in one case and 2 is to 32 in the second. Now, if for hydrogen 2 is taken as 1, if for hydrogen I take this 2 as 1, and for oxygen if 16 is taken as 1, 2 is taken as 1 for hydrogen and 16 is taken as 1 for oxygen, so it would be, so 2 is 1, 16 is 1, so it would be 1 is to 1. Hydrogen is to oxygen is 1 is to 1. I am taking 2 as 1, 16 as 1, therefore it is 1 is to 1. So if 2 is 1, 16 is 1, then in the second case again 2 would be 1, but 32 would be 16 into 2. So it is 1 is to 1 in first case, but this 2 is 1, but 16 into 2 is 32, it is 2. So 2 is to 16, 2 is to 32 can be simplified and written as 1 is to 1 and 1 is to 2, which means the ratio of two element in two compound, the hydrogen and oxygen are in multiple ratio. The hydrogen and oxygen is in multiple ratio. So hydrogen is to oxygen is in the ratio 1:1 in first compound, 1:2 in second compound. If there would have been more compound, ratio would have been 1:3, 1:4, provided there would have been more compound. This is one case. One more thing was said, that it was said that as per law of multiple proportion, it is said that fixed quantity of one element always combine with the multiple quantity of the other. Let us elaborate. In this case, the fixed quantity of hydrogen 2. The fixed quantity of hydrogen is combining with the multiple quantity of oxygen. So it is 16 in first case, 16 into 2 is 32 in the second. The fixed quantity of 1 is combining with multiple quantity, it is 16 into 2, 32. It could have been more also. So fixed quantity of one is combining with multiple quantity of the other, which means law of multiple proportion is getting applicable. The law of multiple proportion. This is what about law of multiple proportion. They say if two element combines to form more than one compound, then ratio of these element in the compound formed will always be in multiple ratio, 1:1, 1:2. These will be in multiple ratio, that is fixed quantity of one element will always combine with multiple quantity of the other. Let me elaborate taking one more example. Now similarly, carbon and oxygen forms two compound. Carbon and oxygen combines to form two compound in which these compounds are carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. Carbon and oxygen combines to form two compound. One is carbon monoxide, other is carbon dioxide. Now in this compound, the carbon is to oxygen. Carbon is to oxygen. So carbon is to oxygen is carbon is 12, atomic weight 12, and oxygen is 16. In the second case, carbon is again 12, but oxygen is 16 into 2, 32. That is, in first case it is 12:16. In the second it is 12:32. In first compound it is 12:16. In second compound it is 12:32. Again, if for carbon 12 is taken as 1, if for carbon 12 is taken as 1, and for oxygen 16 is taken as 1, 16 is taken as 1, so it would be 12 is 1 for carbon, 1. 16 is 1 for oxygen, 1. So it is 1:1. Now if 12 is 1, 32 would be, so 16 into 2 is 32. So it is 1:1 in first case, but it is 1:16 into 2, 32, 1:2 in the second. That is, in two compound, the ratio of element are in multiple ratio. Carbon is to oxygen is in the ratio 1:1, 1:2, etc. Or we can say that fixed quantity of one element, that is carbon, which is 12, fixed quantity of one element, that is carbon, which is 12, is combining with multiple quantity of oxygen, which is 16 in one case, 32 in the other. So fixed quantity of one element always combine with multiple quantity of the other. We say that law of multiple proportion, these compounds are in multiple ratio. Since these ratio are in multiple, therefore we say carbon and oxygen are obeying the multiple ratio, that is law of multiple proportion is applicable. Now dealing with a very useful example in law of multiple proportion. It's a bigger example and will make the concept absolutely clear. So let's begin. Now we say that nitrogen and oxygen combines to form more than two compounds. In case of hydrogen and oxygen, there were two compounds. H2O is one, H2O2 is another. In case of carbon and oxygen, CO was one, CO2 was another. Now we are dealing with a compound. We've taken an example where more than two compounds are formed, so that this application of this law could be clearly understood. So we say that nitrogen and oxygen combines together to form more than two compounds. These are, first compound is N2O, called as nitrous oxide, laughing gas. The next one is NO, nitric oxide. The next one is N2O3, dinitrogen trioxide. then it is N2O4 dinitrogen tetraoxide, then it is N2O5 dinitrogen pentaoxide. So nitrogen and oxygen are combining to form, in this case, 5 compound. Nitrous oxide is 1, nitric oxide is second, dinitrogen trioxide is third, dinitrogen tetraoxide is 4, dinitrogen pentaoxide is 5. Now if I convert it into the percentage ratio, so in this compound the nitrogen is to oxygen, so in first case nitrogen is 14 into 2, 28 is to oxygen 16, so it is 28 is to 16 in first case. In the second, nitrogen is 14 is to oxygen 16. In the third, it is nitrogen 14 into 2, 28, oxygen 16 into 3, 48. In the fourth case, nitrogen 14 into 2, 28, oxygen 16 into 4, 64. In the fifth case, nitrogen is 14 into 2, 28 is to oxygen 16 into 5, 80. So nitrogen is to oxygen is in the ratio 28 is to 16 in first, 14 is to 16 in the second, 28 is to 48 in the third, 28 is to 64 in fourth, and 28 is to 80 in the fifth case. Now all are 28, one is 14. So just to make it same, either convert this into 28 or convert all into 14. So to be on the simpler side, we are making all 14. The ratio of this value of nitrogen is now being made 14 instead of 28. So it is 28 is to 16. I am writing 14 is to 8. 28 is to 16. I am writing 14 is to 8. Converted into 14. 28 is converted into 14. 16 converts into 8. This is already 14. 14 is to 16. This is 28 is to 48. I have written 14 is to 24. This is 28 is to 64. I have written 14 is to 32. This was 28 is to 80. I have written 14 is to 40. That is, all are in the ratio of 14. The value of nitrogen is now in terms of 14. What is the value of oxygen? Of course, it is in multiple proportion. So if I say that if for nitrogen 14 is taken as 1, if for nitrogen 14 is taken as 1, for oxygen 8 is taken as 1. So 14 is taken as 1, 8 is taken as 1. So it is 1 is to 1. 14 is taken as 1, 8 into 2, 16, it is 2. 14 is taken as 1, 8 into 3 is 24, it is 3. 14 is taken as 1, 8 into 4, 32. Therefore, it is 1 is to 4. 14 is taken as 1, 8 into 5 is 40. Therefore, 1 is to 5. So, ratio of nitrogen is to oxygen is 1 is to 1, 1 is to 2, 1 is to 3, 1 is to 4, 1 is to 5. Or we can say that fixed quantity of nitrogen. Therefore, we have converted all nitrogen into 14. So, we can say that fixed quantity of one element, that is nitrogen, fixed quantity of one element, that is nitrogen, is combining with multiple quantity of oxygen. Fixed quantity of nitrogen, which is 14, is combining with multiple quantity 8 into 2, 16 into 2, 24 into 3, and so on. 8 into 2, 16, 8 into 3, 24, 8 into 4, 32, 8 into 5, 40. The fixed quantity of one element is combining with multiple quantity of the other. Fixed quantity of nitrogen is combining with multiple quantity of oxygen. So this example makes the law of multiple proportion absolutely clear. So what is meant by law of multiple proportion? Law says if two element combines to form more than one compound, then ratio of various element in the compound formed will always be in multiple ratio. The ratio of various element will always be in multiple ratio, or it is said that fixed quantity of one element always combined with multiple quantity of the other. The ratio will be multiple. This is one case. Second case is that fixed quantity of one element combines with multiple quantity of the other. So I think that this law of multiple proportion will be absolutely clear. So please practice it. You may revert back if you have any problem.